Down in Savannah, Georgia, there are these oak trees. They are all over the city, dripping with Spanish moss. They look like old men, beckoning the lover of history and horticulture to this city by the sea. Some of those oak trees have been there hundreds of years. If they could speak, they would have a story to tell. Maybe the story that Billie Holiday used to talk about. Southern trees bear strange fruit. Blood on the leaves, blood on the root. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Those oak trees have been there for hundreds of years. One day when I was about 9 years old, Hurricane David came through Savannah. And it did a lot of damage, but those trees are still standing there. And the reason they are standing there is because, as impressive and as tall as they are, you don't really see their strength. Their strength is not in the base of the tree. Their strength is not in the leaves of the tree. Their strength is in their roots. Their roots go deep down in the soil. And so when the storm came, they were still there. But not only did their roots go deep down in the soil, those trees are strong because they are planted next to a river, the Savannah River, so that even when it's not raining, even when there is a drought, there is an undercurrent of water that has nourished those roots so that the tree still stands. They're standing because they have deep roots that go deep down in the soil. They're standing because they are planted next to a river. There is a river whose stream shall make glad the city of God. But not only that, those trees are still standing. Reverend, why are the trees still standing? They are standing because if you could look below the soil, you will see that those roots are so long that beneath the soil, one tree's roots are tied up in another tree's roots. In other words, they are holding on to one another. And when the wind blows, and when the storm comes, and one feels like falling down, the other one pulls his brother up. And when he feels like falling down, his sister pulls him up. You ought to stay rooted. You ought to stay connected. You ought to stay planted.